All right, welcome to this is episode number 37. Let me write that for myself. 37 of My FX Buddies, the podcast. And I say podcast because there's a blog, which is at myfxbuddies.blogspot.com. So and you might want to go there today. There's some good articles. Great article today. All right. And today is April 11th, and this is early enough where I should be able to post it for April 11th. All right. Also, if you're on Spotify.com, look for My FX Buddies, and we're there. We're on Apple, you know, and RSS.com has a transcript. So if English is not your first language, you can print out and try to get a better understanding of what I'm saying. All right, so we'll get into it. So the title of today's post is "The Dollar is on the Sudanese Dialogue Table in Washington. Al-Awadi talks about the future of the Iraqi dinar." Woo! I like the title already. Okay, so um, the Sudanese, that's Sudani, right? But for some reason, his name comes out like that. Okay, so and Al-Awadi. Now look, isn't this interesting? This looks gold to me. Um, So look in this picture for those who are just look. Oh, if you're watching this on YouTube, you're really not watching it. You are listening to a podcast. So to see the images that I'm describing, you need to click below the what seems to be a video, and there's a description box and it has the word more. Click more, and a link to the blog that has the actual video will be there. Okay, so, but they have the big face 100s, and then they have the new $100 note, USD $100 note, but they've made it gold. Isn't that interesting? And then there's some other images here that are very interesting, but I'm not going to describe them. Okay, so this came out this morning. Okay, and also what I'm going to do is there are people who, Sudani didn't make the um, announcement. He said he was going to make a major announcement. And I will say, I believe there was more than one announcement made, okay? But just not through Sudani, but Bassem Al-Awadi, he is the Iraqi government spokesman. And Sudani chose him. So it's not exactly the same, but it's very, it might as well be Sudani speaking because everything the government spokesman says, Sudani pretty much approves, right? Okay, so this is the main focus of the article, of this post, but I'm also going to go back to and remember the very first thing. This was from earlier in the week. Here again, the government spokesman, he came out and said, "We have adopted the principle of productive borrowing and integration into the international economic cycle." Now, I was very excited. I was very encouraged, all the good words about this. And this is a major announcement. Hey, we're back in, and look who it was with. It was through the media, but it was informing public opinion, national and international media, discussing Iraqi economic performance. So this was a big deal. This was a big announcement, in my opinion. All right. So I just have this here. This was already discussed, but in case you didn't see that one, so I have that there, and that's it. That's it. Okay. So we'll go back for now. We'll go back to. I want to read now. There's one little part in here that may not be so encouraging, but it is what it is. Okay, so he says he's going to Washington, suggesting that the dinar situation in the future will be better. So they're going to talk about the dollar file, and the work of banks will be strongly present during the visit of Sudani to Washington, suggesting that the dinar situation in the future will be better. Okay, so now I always point out to people, mind you, this is an Arabic article being translated into English by AI bots. So I, with my dinar goggles on, imagine they probably told the people, so your dinar is going to be stronger, right? The future will be better. Your dinar is going to be stronger than the dollar. So there it is in black and white. All right. So let's see. After the issue of activating the strategic framework agreement between Washington and Baghdad and the security aspect, the economic file will be present and strongly during the Prime Minister's visit. Okay, indicating the relationship with the US Treasury and the Federal Bank, which is the Federal Reserve, continues and the dialogues are ongoing. It did not stop with them over the past year, as there were several mutual visits announced or unannounced. So right there, they're saying, we've been talking about this all year. Sometimes you knew we were and sometimes you didn't. All right. Now, Sudani will discuss the issue of banks and the economic and administrative reform of financial institutions and banks, as well as the dollar file, explaining it's where it is now and they want to get it lower, right? He stressed the solution to the dollar crisis does not come with the push of a button. Okay? This is the part that we just have to accept that it's here. Rather, it requires economic reforms and includes many aspects, including political and economic ones. It needs a period to regulate the banks and reap the fruits of the central bank's packages and government's decisions, which as a whole have begun to bear fruit through a gradual decline in the exchange rate of the dollar against the dinar, stressing that there are assurances from the economic team supervising the issue. And we expect that the situation of the dinar will be better in the future. They expect that. Okay? So do we, right? So if they expect it, we can expect it too. So he's going on the 15th. He'll be received, stressing that the leaders would reaffirm their commitment to the Strategic Framework Agreement and would work to deepen their shared vision for a secure, sovereign, prosperous Iraq fully integrated into the broader region. International, right? That's how I'm seeing that. Dinar goggles on, fully integrated into the broader region. International. So yeah, so they're also going to talk about ISIS. This is the last sentence. He stated they will also discuss the ongoing Iraqi financial reforms to promote economic development and progress towards Iraq's energy independence and modernization. So there's a lot. There's a lot they're going to talk about, but hopefully a lot has already been hammered out. Can I use that phrase there? Hammered out. And they just need to finalize stuff, right? We don't want them starting from the beginning. Starting all over again. Isn't that a song? Okay. So April 9th. April 9th was the anniversary of them pulling the statue down. And Sudani had some pretty good words. Again, more, which could be an announcement. So they had a hashtag, a new era. It was hashtag April 9th, a new era. Okay. This is one of the images I was able to copy in speech. So copy and paste. Today we are moving towards, this is Sudani speaking on April 9th. Today we are moving towards economic construction and comprehensive reform. Come on now. Come on now. Right? So he was speaking to the National Service. No, he was speaking to a bunch of people in uniform. There's a video, but it's not a YouTube video, and those videos are hard to post. So what he said was, the National Service Government is moving towards economic construction and comprehensive reform. He said in a statement, Sudani said in a statement, April of this year will return to us, and Iraq will regain its health and historical civilizational launch, okay, and will enjoy security and stability, proceeding with development and reconstruction. These are gains that were achieved through a long process of sacrifice, patience, and jihad against tyranny. Our people sacrificed precious lives, and caravans of martyrs were among the finest men and women. So he goes on, I see this as a we will rise from the ashes speech. If you've ever heard that. I don't know if it's from a movie or it might be something, a biblical story or something. I don't know, but I know I've heard rise from the ashes. And that's kind of what this is. He goes on to talk about their people chose their fate at the fall of the regime, blah, blah, blah. And the Iraqis pulled together their ranks once again. They showed a commitment to the land and life that was rarely matched. The journey of the past 21 years has been the best document of cohesion of Iraqis and the confirmation of common living for all fraternal sects. That's SECTS. And today we are moving together under the National Service Government, which I think that's his government program, towards an advanced stage of economic construction, blah, 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 blah. So yeah, that was another good announcement. Okay, so then on April 8th, the government issues a statement regarding Iraqi economic. Oh, no. That's the same thing. That's that same article, different, a different publication, right? But I just had that there. I didn't mean to copy this. But anyway, okay, look at this. Kurdistan salaries revive the 140 areas in Diyala. The lean years are over. So I don't know if this is 140 areas in Diyala. Now Diyala is one city. So could it have 140 areas? I don't think so. I think this is part of the Article 140 regions. But I don't know. But whatever. It's good. They had money. Money was flowing again. They got back pay and they went shopping for Eid al-Fitr. They had a recovery, an unprecedented, okay, recovery in shopping activity ahead of Eid al-Fitr, which is a big deal for them. And this person, this is that name I don't know how to say. Hoshiar Ali, a retired employee, he hoped there would be a final and radical solution to the issue of the region's employees' entitlements and blah blah blah, right? Okay. Following the golden rule. I think I put this here. If people want to read this, they can. What, it's just another article about how they've greatly reduced their debt. Hold on. Let me do this right quick. Sir. I didn't mean that. I didn't mean that. Bear with me. Okay. One more. One more. Hold on, I'm almost done. I know you're not supposed to have dead air. Okay. So yeah, so we're gonna skip this. But the emphasis, okay, and the reason why I'm emphasizing they're cutting their debt is because that's what's making them not freak out about no longer being covered under the DFI account, right? Okay, let's see. What's this one? So, I don't know. This was yesterday. Sudani issues several directives to stimulate the activity of the private banking sector. So he did. And I was wondering, why is this coming from Sudani and not Ali Alak, the governor of the central bank? Because Ali Alak has been missing. I haven't seen him, which makes me wonder if he's here. Did he come here already ahead of Sudani? Or, is he just having time with his family? Because I did see him over the weekend. He had some breakfast with some people, and breakfast for them during Ramadan is break fast. So even though it's breakfast, it's at night. But I haven't seen him since then. And then this comes out. So there's seven, I don't know what you call these. Principles? So it says, a government source revealed today, Tuesday, that Sudani issued a set of measures. There we go. A set of measures and steps to revitalize the private banking sector while directing a study of the possibility of strengthening the needs of private bank branches abroad. That means outside, right? Outside of Iraq in foreign currency. So let's see. As part of the government's efforts to formulate a strategy that stimulates the activity of the private banking sector. And remember, these are the banks that have been shut down. Well, from the money making, right? From getting the dollar. I think they're still open and they can do like dinar stuff, but dollar transactions, they're blocked, right? So let's see. So they're not, they're pretty boring, except I liked number 6 was studying the reactivation of the financing initiative presented by the Central Bank of Iraq and in accordance with the context proposed by the CBI in this regard. So if you want to read these, they're here on the blog for free. You don't have to join anything. You just go to the blog and all these articles are there. Plus the link right here, if you click this link, it'll take you to the website, right? But you have to have the software to translate. All right. And then here, number 7 was talking about a law, a monopoly, competition affairs and monopoly prevention law. So see, and I just like to include those because there's laws that they need to pass, but they're already passed. They've been sitting in Parliament for years, right? just waiting to be finalized and put into the Gazette. Okay, we're running out of time. 20 minutes today. Okay, so now with those reforms that was presented by, Sudani. Now today, the advisor to the Prime Minister, Mohammed Saleh, right, the financial advisor, he came out on TV, but they always interview him. But today, he confirmed the implementation of the reform plan for the government banks. So I think he's saying, hey, remember those 7 measures he presented? Well, we've implemented them. So you read that for yourself and see if that's what you come to, the conclusion you come to. All right, so that's there. Let's see. We are 21 minutes. Meeting with Biden is an opportunity. Okay, yeah, I'll just read you this headline. Sudani says the meeting with Biden, I don't know why I couldn't get that out. Meeting with Biden is an opportunity to put the two countries' partnership on a new basis and expand relations. So you can read that if you like. Now, this one, let's see. This is another article about an article. It cracks me up when they do this. But anyway, but listen to the title. A bold article from Sudani. This is what I will say to Biden in a few days, okay? You see? He's like, I'm going to tell him, okay? All right, I know. I'm extra, I know. So, but towards a more sustainable relationship. So, Foreign Affairs magazine. Are you familiar with that? Trust me, I was not until we started this journey. But I thought it was in here. Yeah, here. A magazine, Foreign Affairs, they published an article, but it's interviews. Sometimes they try to make it look like Sudani wrote the article and they put it in Foreign Affairs, but I don't believe that. You know me, I'm so skeptical of everything. But yeah, so if you want to read this, I have it here, but they're again confirming he is going to be here in mid-April. Iraq needs a new type of partnership with the United States. The path to sustainable cooperation. So see, they're realizing, okay, we can't fully disconnect or untie or whatever word you want to use. But this needs to get better. This ain't working for us. And we need to correct it, right? So it gives a history of their relations, how it started. We need to protect our strategic partnership by moving it to a new phase, a phase that supports Iraq's sovereignty and independence without abandoning the fruitful, I love that word, fruitful cooperation between Baghdad and Washington. Yeah, that just took me to a deeper place, fruitful. Okay, so here's delicate balance, right? They need a delicate balance. They even talk about OPEC here and other countries in the Gulf region, the development road. So it's a very comprehensive article. Iraq first, right? And I think there's one more. No, that's it. Okay, so here, this this I think was Tuesday. This article came out on Tuesday, but it doesn't matter. It just says there is a delegation going with him, with Sudani, a number of Iraqi military and security leaders, which makes sense. They're going to talk about the coalition forces being there, so you would need those people to be there. And there's another article that I know that I saw that said there'll be businessmen and various ministers, but this isn't the one that has that. But a delegation is going with him. Yeah, stressing expected. Yeah. So, all right, so here yesterday, here's another like announcement, right? Another major, we are working to correct. I know, see, that's why it's really hard to listen to me. I just drop off. I apologize. So Sudani was talking to these these are business people. I'm not sure. He had a bunch of meetings. He basically had the same conversation with the tribal people. They came to him and they were moved to tears. I'm not really sure exactly what he said to them, but I imagine it was these same words. So listen. Um, Sudani confirmed today, Wednesday, that the government is working in all directions and stability, ding, 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 stability has been achieved thanks to the blood of the martyrs, while he indicated the government is working to correct the state's economic paths. Then there's another one, there's more here again, emphasis on security and stability. And the government is not working in one direction, but rather has a group of files in all directions, including critical issues related to correcting the state's economic paths, and is working to address them, which will have a major impact on the state in the future. So there's another one, but I wanted to put this, there's another version of this, and there's more emphasis on the blood of the martyrs building the future, right? And so those tribal men, I believe, were probably happy to hear that because, it's their sons who died, right? Okay, let's see. I've really enjoyed I watch their TV even though I don't speak Arabic, but you can tell people are people, and there's emotions. We're all overjoyed when a new healthy baby is born, right? We're sad when there's a death. We're overjoyed when our children get married. We're overjoyed when our children graduate school. It doesn't matter where you are in the world. I found out they get cataracts just as much as we do. They get knee replacements just as much as we do. And I was saying to someone, it just goes to show there really is one human race. It doesn't matter what color your skin is. We are one race. We have the same issues no matter where you are in the world. And we, as the 99% of the world's population, we need to realize that and stop letting the 1% break us up, right? Anyway, all right, now check this out. Iraq announces start of VN-22 armored vehicle production. Say what? How are they building armored vehicles? I don't know, but they are. And there's a video here, and I waited. This came out on April, well, it says April 1st, but I think I saw it on April 3rd. And I was like, no way, this cannot be true. But it is. So I'm going to run a tiny bit of the video. But it's just images. Look at that. There they are welding. I don't know what that says. It's in Arabic. There they are working, putting these vehicles together. So they didn't just throw this up overnight. This is something that's been going on. So I have the link here. See, so if you go to the blog, but it's Facebook. So if you click that, it's gonna take you to what I just showed you, but you'll be able to see it for yourself. Very interesting. See, the DICI released a video on the 3rd of April showing the VN22 being demonstrated for the Minister of Interior. There his name is. Yeah. So you can read that. They're just doing stuff all at 1310. All right. Let's see. Okay, here, we can skip that. Or is that the last? No, because I do want to talk about this. So we're going to skip that. You can read that, but oh, here's an article of someone praising Maliki. I just had to throw this in here. Maliki is the king of politics and has the credit for preventing the fall of Iraq. Okay. So there's people who still believe in him, support him, you know. But here, this is an interesting development that came out today. In his own handwriting, Al-Sadr removes the Sudanese designations from his movement and replaces them with the Shiite National Movement. So he is in their social media, it says urgent, #urgent, the official return of the Sudanese movement under the slogan National Shiite Movement. Guess who is a Shiite? Sudani. Sudani is a Shiite. So I'm not sure if Sadr is actually coming back or if he's going to tell his followers to support Sudani. I have to do further research, which I don't really want to. I hope we're not here for their next election, but if need be, I will go look that up. Okay, then here's an article. The economic advisor to the Prime Minister, Mohammed Saleh, looks to be saying that this summer is going to be the best prosperous season they've had in a while. But anyway, so you might want to read that. Okay, but I wanted to show you also there are 2 more cryptocurrencies pairing to the IQD. This is coming from Coinbase. One is the Sonic WIF. Sonic WIF. I don't know how to say that. Sonic WIF pairing to the IQD. You see that? And here's another. Cool. That's a cat with some cool sunglasses. Well, I guess I shouldn't say sunglasses on. Some cool glasses on. I don't know. Cool cat. Convert cool cat to Iraqi dinar. So what that tells me is the people in Iraq, they're buying up some cryptos. Neat, neat, neat. I love it. I love it. I love it. So, all right, that's it. Forward movement, all good news, no bad news. I hope this encourages you. Let's just see, I said that there wouldn't be no RV during Ramadan, and I still don't believe there'll be an RV until Sudani goes to Washington and comes back. And they haven't said how long his trip is going to be. I think it'll be a week. It'd be nice if it was just a couple of days and he was back in Iraq by the 19th to make the announcement. That's what I would like to see. And maybe we will. I don't think so. My hopes are not up for that. But it certainly would be nice. So Iraq, if you're listening, can you make it happen? Make it happen, all right? Okay, all right. Thank you for listening. I hope that, I said, I hope this helps you stay encouraged. This is going to happen. We just don't know the when. And these are some pretty good articles. Oops, I'm on the wrong. These are some pretty good articles. So accumulate while we wait for the rate to appreciate. Don't miss any meals and pay all your bills. I thank you wherever you're enjoying this content. If there's a join, follow, whatever button, please click that so you'll be notified. Well, if everything works like it's supposed to, you'll be notified when I update because I do not update on a regular basis. All right. I think that's it. Yeah. So enjoy the rest of your morning, night, noon, whatever time frame you're enjoying this content. And until next time, thanks again.